And I'm David, and we are talking about Survivor today.
Survivor. We've missed a few episodes, so let's just catch up.
Yes.
Last we spoke, they had blindsided and gotten Savage out.
Yep.
Then, the next episode, Jeremy went, okay, so everyone's looking for an idol, because that's the one where Wentworth uses her idol, and everyone's like, oh my god, there's idols?
Yeah.
So everyone's looking for them, and who finds one? Jeremy.
He already has one.
He has one. How come no one can find them except for Jeremy?
Yeah, so he has 2 now.
Then Joe wins his 3rd immunity in a row.
That's right, but Fishback wins an advantage in that same challenge.
Yes, and they don't know what that advantage is, but we know that it's replacing a vote.
Yeah, so he can prevent one person from voting, and then he gets to cast a vote for them.
Right, so he would have 2 votes.
Which is a huge advantage.
He's very excited about it.
So then at that elimination, they get Wigglesworth out.
They get Wigglesworth out.
Which I was so sad about, because I loved her.
So sad, but you know, she'd win the game.
Yeah, they were talking about, like, she's got that season 1 thing, like, if she goes to the end, she's gonna win.
She's a competitor, and apparently her social game is amazing. We wouldn't know that because they don't show us any of that on the show.
Yeah.
I was actually shocked when they were like, she talks to everybody.
Yeah, she's friendly with everybody. What?
I was like, really?
I've never seen Wigglesworth say more than 5 words in a row.
Good to know. Thank you for that.
So she gets out. So then the next episode,
Joe wins his 4th immunity in a row.
In a row.
I mean, I get it, you have to win, but your target's just getting bigger and bigger there, buddy.
And that week, there's a plan to get Fishback out.
Yes.
But Jeremy, who swoops in?
Jeremy wasn't, like, there was some hardcore deliberation, because Jeremy was like, he's like, we really need to get Sierra out, and everyone agrees, but Fishback's
because they're calling them the witches, we gotta get one of the witches out.
Yes. They went back and forth, but everyone decided it should be Fishback.
Blindside Fishback.
Right, because he has an advantage, so they can't let him know.
Yes.
Or he might use whatever his advantage is.
But Jeremy's like, you know what? I trust Fishback. I need him to get further in this game. So when Jeff asks about an immunity idol, Jeremy's like, Jeff, I got one. And then he uses it for Fishback.
What? Okay, first off, I didn't even know you could do that.
I didn't either.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
And of course, everybody is shocked. It looks like a baller move.
Yes.
But those of us who know he has 2 idols realize he can just do things like that.
And Fishback is like, whoa, thanks, dude. Like, what? I didn't even know I needed this.
Right.
But, like, thank you so much.
He was shocked. And then you show all these votes. He had the majority of votes.
And then, of course, none of his votes count. And so then there are 3 votes left for Sierra, and Sierra gets booted.
Yay!
Bye, Sierra.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
So they get one of the witches out. So that was that episode. Well, then the next episode, Joe finally doesn't win immunity.
Dun, dun, dun.
Fishback wins reward. Joe does not win immunity. Spencer wins immunity. But Fishback now wants to use his advantage at this point to get Joe or Abby out.
Yes.
So he's going to steal a vote.
Which I'm like, thank you for bringing Abby back up.
Yeah,
like,
right?
People forgot about her for weeks.
That crazy lady.
Yeah.
So he's going to use his advantage, and he's telling people what his advantage is. He's going to use it, and he's going to split the votes between Joe and Abby. One of them is for sure going home.
Who did he tell his advantage to?
He told it to Jeremy and Tasha.
Right, they buddied up.
And then I think he also told it to Spencer.
Okay.
Then Spencer's sort of feeling on the outs.
Yeah.
Like, Fishback isn't really as in with me as I thought he was. So there's another camp. It's Wentworth and Abby and a 3rd person. I forget who that 3rd person is. Okay. But they convince Spencer to flip and vote for Fishback.
This game is so interesting because every single day, every single tribal day, things flip.
Especially with these voting blocks. Like, this really seems to be a new phenomenon.
Yes.
But like,
which I love that the game is just like new and different for these people who know how to play it.
Yeah, but because the rest of the tribe has split between Joe and Abby, the 4 votes get Fishback out, and he's blindsided, and he's like, wow, well played, you guys. Great job.
At least he respects
Good blindside.
the game.
He really does. Like, he's a fan to the end, I guess.
He's so smart. I mean, and he was stressed about every little thing, but he played a dang good game.
And that severe gastrointestinal distress. Oh my God.
Loved him for that, but that was painful to watch. Like, just rain for days is awful.
And then on top of that, walking out in the rain to diarrhea. Oh, boy.
God. I'm like, you guys signed up for this?
Yeah.
No.
You love this game?
The first day of rain, I'd be like, I'm sorry, I have to go.
I know. Thank you so much, but I'm going to bow out. Thanks.
not cut out for this game.
So Fishback gets blindsided, he's out.
Yes.
So it's Wigglesworth, it's Sierra, it's Fishback, and now here we are.
Here we are.
So it's top 8, it's 4 guys, it's 4 girls.
Yes.
And they get their family visit.
Visit.
Which is like a huge thing in Survivor. They get to see a loved one. It's such like an energy boost for them. So they all see their family members, they're hugging, it's emotional, blah, blah, blah. And then they have their reward challenge. So the reward challenge is they have to pull the rope up and untie bags and make it across a balance beam and then empty their bags and spell a word on a pole and...
Of course, the word is nourishment.
Nourishment.
Is that to like just tease you? Like,
yeah, right.
You're starving.
Yeah. So Wentworth wins a reward, and then she gets to enjoy a traditional American barbecue feast with her dad. And she picks 4 other people. She picks Kimmy, Abby, Joe, and she picks Keith.
Right, Keith. Yes. So they get to enjoy the barbecue with their family, which is really nice.
But then these other 3, Tasha, Jeremy, Spencer, are sort of out of the loop.
Actually like a trio.
Yeah.
They're very close.
And now they start to talk strategy, right? So they're thinking, what's going on? Like, this is a final 3 deal with the 3 of us. But these other teams are enjoying their reward, the nourishment.
These reward challenges really do allow bonding time.
Yes.
Who was it? Fishback, who was nervous about that at one episode years ago.
Yeah.
But it's really true. Like, you're sitting around, you're in a good mood, you're eating or whatever, and you're like, who should we get out?
Yeah. And then everyone back at camp is like, ooh.
Right.
Like, what do we do?
What do we do to combat that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then after that, they have their immunity challenge.
Yes.
And for the first time, we get a double immunity. The top guy and the top girl get immunity. It's another balance challenge. They have to balance a wooden statue on a pole, and then they have to add an extension to the pole. It gets longer and longer and longer. So Wentworth wins it for the females. And then it's down to Keith and Joe. And they literally...
Of course.
Yeah, always. It seems to be down to the 2 of them, right?
Those 2 can go forever.
And I really am surprised at Keith.
Yeah.
I didn't know that he had so much...
You think that because he's a little older.
Yeah.
But he's of the mentality of like, I'm just gonna power through.
Yeah.
Bring it on. I'm gonna do this.
Like, I would think Jeremy would be such a physical threat because he's like built and muscular and whatever, but he doesn't really seem to be able to challenge Joe the way that Keith can in these immunity challenges.
That is interesting because you do think Jeremy would be great. I remember when it was raining and Keith was like, they're all complaining about the rain. I'll sit in the rain for a million. It's like he just is like, I'll do whatever.
Yeah.
It's like mind over matter or whatever it is.
Yeah. So they're literally holding these poles. Joe and Keith end up with like 14 feet of pole, and then the wooden statue is hanging above them, and they go for an hour and a half.
Can you believe it?
An hour.
Can you imagine?
Standing there, barely moving, like bracing this pole, trying to balance it, staring up, like your neck hurts, your biceps hurt, your back hurts, like
my gosh,
everything is in pain.
There is nothing I can do for an hour and a half.
Oh my god. And then can you imagine just being one of the people who got out earlier and having to sit on that bench and
I know,
watch?
Right? They're like, can I have some popcorn or something?
Yeah. Can I get a beverage while I wait? Is that possible?
Take a nap? What?
So then, all of a sudden, Joe collapses to the ground.
Because it's been an hour and a half.
Right, yeah. So he collapses and everyone, because there was moments where Jeff is like, ooh, a lot of movement from Joe, and everyone's like, ooh, like, please fall, because they want to get Joe out. But then Joe falls to the ground, and of course his wooden statue falls. Keith wins immunity, and Jeff Probst is like, medical, like, let's get a doctor in here. But everyone on the bench is like, this is not what we wanted. Like, we want to get him out, but not like this. You know, we hope he's okay. Is he okay? You know,
he's okay.
He's fine. Like, he didn't have to withdraw from the game.
Held a stick for an hour and a half.
His blood sugar just went a little bit too low, and he couldn't support himself anymore. So now it's Wentworth and Keith who have immunity going into this tribal council. And now there's all this strategizing about, like, do we get Joe out? Is this our opportunity? Well, then there's talk of an all-girls alliance, right? Because it's 4 and 4 at this point. If we can get one guy out this week, it's 4 girls and 3 guys, and the 4 girls control the vote from here on out. Yeah, and that's actually a really smart time to do that. It is. And it's all sort of masterminded by Kimmy. Yes, who was against it just a few weeks ago. Kimmy. It was an absurd idea. Yeah. Like, how dare you? I feel so betrayed that you would suggest an all-female alliance. But now that, because Kimmy was particularly blindsided when Fishback got out, because Kimmy and Fishback were super close. And so now Kimmy's like, I gotta make a big move. Yeah. I gotta start forming alliances and making moves and blah, blah, blah. So she wants to form this all-girls alliance. Yes. Well, Tasha says, yeah, I'm great with an all-girls alliance, but then, as you'll remember, she did not get to do the reward challenge, so she sort of formed a final 3 deal with Spencer and Jeremy.
She's tight with those guys.
And she tells them about the all-girls alliance.
As she should.
Yeah, because what if they found out from somebody else, right?
Yeah, this game you have to tell things.
You just,
Can't keep secrets in this game.
That's the difference between this and Big Brother, is that, like, you can't keep a secret, you just have to come out with it. Because, like, if somebody finds out from someone else before you tell them, then you're out.
And you can play both sides, which is exactly what she set up.
So she tells Jeremy and Spencer about this all-girls alliance possibility, but she's like, don't worry, don't worry. Mm-hmm. But then, of course, they're just paranoid.
Of course.
Because they're like, I mean, what if this is real? Like, maybe we need to get Abby out so that this all-girls alliance isn't even a possibility. Yeah. So we're going into tribal council and we're thinking, is it Joe or is it Abby? What's going to happen? So then they vote and it's Joe.
It's Joe. I mean, you kind of have to. Like, I mean, he's great. You don't really want him to leave, but he's going to win the game.
Yeah, he's just going to win out. That's the thing. Like, they already went one tribal council where Spencer won immunity.
Oh, right.
And they already voted Fishback out instead of Joe. So, like, how many more opportunities are you going to have to get Joe out? Like, you really have to take this chance.
You really do. And Abby just keeps escaping.
The reason that Abby was thrown in as a possibility was that she's a threat, not because she wins challenges and whatever, but because she's the floater, right?
Right.
Everybody wants to take Abby to the end.
She's your safe bet.
Yeah.
You might as well take her with you because you're not, who's going to vote for her?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, maybe she's taking your spot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if somebody else is going to take her with them, then they're not taking you.
Exactly.
So she's a threat and they need to get her out.
Get her out!
Yeah.
How is she still there?
Oh my God. But she's still there.
She's still there.
Joe's gone.
This is such a good season of this show because these smart players are thrown off every couple days. Like, every day is different for them. They think they have alliances, they think they have voting blocks, they think they should do this, and then everything changes. It's super exciting to watch.
Yeah. Oh, and we should also mention that after Jeremy used his immunity idol, who found it?
Oh, right. Wentworth.
Yeah. They're the only two who can find an idol this season.
They have both found 2 idols.
Yeah.
And everyone else is like, where is it?
Yeah, what's an idol look like?
I mean, what?
Yeah, so at this point now we have Jeremy and Wentworth
They're both good at this game. I mean, Wentworth is now really showing how good she is at this game.
I personally think Wentworth is my favorite.
Oh, really?
I want her to win. I root for her. Especially after that tribal council where she used her immunity idol and got Savage out. I was like, oh, I am Team Wentworth.
Team Wentworth.
So she's my favorite.
I've liked her from the beginning, but because she's sort of aligned with Sierra and Abby, I kind of was like, ugh, I don't like her as much anymore.
So who do you like?
Tasha's been my fave also from the beginning.
I do love Tasha.
Still love the way she's playing the game. Yeah. So I definitely root for her. I also root for Jeremy.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm liking Spencer more and more.
Yeah, Spencer's
I thought
great.
He was kind of a snake before.
Right. But he tried too hard.
Yeah,
too
but
fast.
Now he's like strategizing in the right ways and, you know, I think he's growing and I think he's changing things from the last time he played the game.
Absolutely.
But what I will say about Tasha, I'm glad you brought her up. I like the way she's a challenge threat. Like she hasn't won immunity yet, but she's consistently towards the top.
Yes.
So she's a physical threat, and I also think she plays the social game really well.
She does. And she's smart when they have conversations. She can throw out some things, but she's not like too forceful.
Yeah.
When that reward challenge where they were doing like basketball in the water and you had to like jump.
Oh, yeah.
Kimmy was on her and she was like, in the water. And I was like, Tasha!
Yeah.
I mean, I totally root for her.
Yeah, I like her a lot too.
Okay, guys, give us a like, please.
And a subscribe, please.
And we will see you next week.
See you next week.